Hi. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my expectations for how you're to complete your homework in math class. I'm going to show you correct headers for your homework, and then I'm going to show you how to solve just one problem so that we don't have any confusion about what my expectations are and how you're going to be completing your math homework. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into teacher mode. I'm your teacher. I'm a math teacher. Wear these wonderful glasses. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at a sample homework. I'll show you what you might receive for homework. You might get something that looks like this. All right, so this would be your homework sheet that I might hand out. Here's a list of your problems, and so what are we going to do? The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to label our homework. So let's go look at our homework sheet. And okay, just a sec, let's bring that up. Okay, so here's your homework sheet. We're going to open it up. We're going to clear our page. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put a proper heading on our homework, and we have 4 elements there. This is standard St. Simon homework style, so we're going to write, you're going to have neater handwriting. These tablets sometimes don't allow me to do the best style or have my best handwriting, but let's write my name, then we'll write math, whatever math class I'm in. Maybe this is 7th grade math, and then we're going to put the date on it. Today is August 24th, 2015. And to recall, we have our homework is called, we're going to put our header on here, 7M3, review sheet. And it was called lesson 7 to 9. Okay, so there's our header. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start working the problems. And if we recall let's go back over here and look at our homework again. And we're going to solve the first problem, and we're going to solve it using correct form. So the first thing that we do when we solve math problems is we need to copy, and we'll write all this down. So we need to copy the problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write, okay, well, problem 1, and maybe we'll just use a different color so we can we'll use this color so we can differentiate. So the first problem was 4x plus 3x equals 21. So we'll write the steps over here on the side in a second. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do, and we maybe haven't learned this in class yet, but we're going to do this thing called combine like terms. So these are our like terms. And so step 1 is 7x equals 21. Well, then what we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides by 7. Why does Mr. Lipscomb make these funny 7s? It's because we'll get to that story. Maybe you can ask me about it in class, but it's kind of a funny story why I make them like this. As you know, this is the way they write them in Europe. But I have a specific reason for having done that. Okay, so now we go, after we divide both sides by 7, these things cancel. So we get x equals 3. Now after we solve, the next step is to box our answer. So again, because I can use colors, I will. And what I like is a box on my answers. I don't like it circled. I like a nice clear box, show a nice firm commitment to this answer right here of x equals 3. And the final step that we're going to do is we're going to check our work. So because x is 3, not all math problems lend themselves to checking work, but many do. So I'll say, oh, well, I can check my work. I can plug a 3 in for x, and I can say, well, does 4 times 3 plus 3 times 3, does that equal 21? And we'll say, well, does 12 plus 9, as I simplify, 4 times 3 is 12, 3 times 3 is 9. Does that equal 21? And the answer is yes, 21 equals 21. Check. Okay, so let's review what we did here. We'll write it over here in purple. The first thing we did, step 1, is to copy the problem. Step 2 is to show our work. Step 3 is to box our answer. And step 4 is, when possible, check your work. Okay, well, that's what we have today. Oh, thank you.